Hello, welcome to Phoenix Wright. Ace Attorney, Trials and Tribulations. I'm Luigi Van 64D. Alright. Looks like we're in some deep trouble here, so let's go right to it. Right, is that what Kato was talking? Is this what Kato was talking about? Yeah, the trick locks. Now then, Iris, please remove these at once.
Mr. Edgeworth, I'm afraid I can't. It is impossible for me.
What? During the earthquake, when the cavern was in danger of caving in, Iris escaped. And I know that there was only one lock when it last came here. So you're saying that you can't undo the new locks?
Yes.
If only I was stronger! Edgeworth, how are you feeling? You look a little pale in the face. Like you're one to talk with your face all green.
Miles Edgeworth, go get some air. I'll watch over the suspect.
You go and get a grip on yourself. Don't be ridiculous! You'll perfectly—
There's no telling what sort of mistakes you can make in your current state. Go and get some rest. That's your only concern now, Miles Edgeworth.
Understood. I'll handle the investigation in the garden. You take care of things here. Edgeworth. He got so much pride that he's probably off crying in the corner of the garden.
Pride is simply another trap that hinders us in our lives. That said, one must have pride to be effective on the job. At any rate, it seems that this is where we must part ways, Phoenix Wright. I'm going to stay here and see if I can't help solve these bothersome puzzle.
I see. Well, thanks for your help. Now then, do you mind if I ask you a few things, Iris?
No, not at all.
How did things get like this? The store. When I was here earlier, there was only one lock, but now there's 5 of them.
These chains.
It's almost as if they're guarding something inside the cavern.
I've not seen locks quite like these before.
I have. I've seen locks and chains just like these before. They look just like the ones that guard a person's secret during a psyche lock. I wonder if these locks are guarding something too. Dark secrets in a dark cavern. Let's talk to Iris. Why did you make a run for it, Iris?
I'm sorry. I heard the inner temple had been severely shaken by the strong earthquake we had. I was so worried. I just had to come and see. In other words, you didn't run away to escape the law.
At least we're clear on that.
I can't tell you how relieved I was when I saw the sacred cavern was alright. But
what?
When I saw these chains here, I saw all the extra locks that someone had put on the sacred cavern's door, and who in the world would have done something like this?
I want to know more about that trick lock.
These trick locks are a sacred treasure of the Korean tradition. There are hundreds of ways to set them. That's why only the person who set the lock can open it. And you aren't the one who set these locks.
I don't think it's that simple, Francisco and Carla. When we were here the first time, there was only one lock. But now, somehow, there's 5 of them.
What does that mean?
It means that someone wanted to secure the place even more. And they wanted to secure it before you got here, Iris. Presumably because they wanted to make sure Maya couldn't get out. This means that Iris can only open one of these locks. The first one.
Yes, that's correct. What?
Iris, try to think, please. Isn't there any way around this?
Well, like I said, there are hundreds of different ways to set these locks. I suppose if I went through every combination with each one, I could remove it. But
it'll take time, won't it?
Yes, about a day if I had to guess.
A whole day?
Well, that's better than leaving the locks in place. Will you do this for us? Sure. I'll do whatever I can.
Gotta wait another day. Hang in there, Maya. You're gonna have to call in your other inner strength now. I'm kind of wondering. You know what, Iris? There's still one thing I don't quite get.
And what might that be, Phoenix Wright?
I think it's obvious. Iris, on the night of the murder, where were you?
Huh?
Please, Iris, don't give me that look. You told us that you were in your room at Hazagura Temple at the time of the incident. But you were seen that same night at the Inner Temple. And then, you were spotted at the scene of the crime in Hazakura Temple too! Being spotted at both Hazakura Temple and the Inner Temple. It's as if you were... Well, Iris, I think it's about time you told us the truth. I knew it. I knew it. There's something going on here that we don't know about. I can't really talk to her about it yet. So, I guess I'll just have to back off. Let's go. I say let's, but, you know, whatever. Whatever. I'll finally get to the bottom of this case. I can count on Iris to break these locks, so I should try to gather more clues. From Scissor Bikini, Edgeworth, Gumshoe, and Pearls. Well, let's go to the garden, I guess. Edgeworth should be there. The cops are still combing the place. They look pretty nervous. I'd be nervous too. It's gotta be a tough job. Especially with someone giving you the evil eye the whole time. Look, I've done that. Wow, I can't believe it's still bothering him. Edgeworth? Ah! Hey, don't you dare run away! What do you want, Wright? What do I want? You came here to laugh at me, then get it on. Go on with it. Go on, laugh away. I was ready to hug it out with him, but he's just the same prideful Edgeworth. You went back to the Criminal Affairs Department, right? You said you wanted to look into something concerning Iris? Yes. And thanks to what I found, I was reminded of something terrible. Oh. What was that? You guys are putting a lot of effort in the investigation on the garden here, huh? There's a high chance this is the actual scene of the crime. That's why. You mean because of the rioting and blood and the talisman on the snow? Exactly. As you know, those things couldn't have been planted here after the murder. But surely, you don't suspect Maya, do you? We have to treat everyone as a suspect, Maya as well as Iris. It's our job, right? So, I guess you still haven't gotten over your fear of earthquakes? No. Thankfully, my nightmares have stopped. But still, if the ground gives even the slightest tremor, I find myself short of breath. 17 years ago, when we were little school kids at the same elementary school, Edgeworth found himself in the middle of a murder. It all started with that big quake that hit the courthouse. Yes, I was stuck in the elevator with my father, who was a defense lawyer. We were deprived of oxygen and we passed out. That's when it happened. A single gunshot shattered my whole life. I lost everything that day. All because of that earthquake. My dreams, my family, and myself. It's been more than 17 years now. And that case is finally resolved 3 years ago, right? You think I don't know that? I was there! But it was such a shock. I never imagined I could be so wrong about myself and my life. I'm sorry, Wright. There's nothing else I can say. Not after you chose to become a lawyer for my sake. And not after you saved me. Edgeworth, you're stronger than you think, so no more of the self-pity, okay? Let's move on to something that's a bit of a minefield for me. There was something that bothered me about her from the moment we met. I felt like I'd seen her somewhere before. No, wait. Not somewhere. I felt like I'd seen her in court before. So you went back to the Criminal Affairs Department to look for her file? Yes. I checked over every case file I'd ever worked on. And I was right. I had seen her face before, 6 years ago. 6 years ago? It was my first appearance in court. And as cases go, it was my worst nightmare.
So? Who was she?
I'm sorry, Wright. I can't give that information away to a member of the general public.
What? Why not? It might be a crucial piece of the puzzle that solves this case.
The woman I knew was the daughter of a jewelry store owner. She had nothing to do with the Iris or the Hazakura Temple. And neither did the case. No, that woman is completely unrelated to this murder. Unrelated? Yes, I can say that with complete confidence. You're wrong, Edgeworth. She's totally related to this case. I need to fill Edgeworth in. I need to explain the connection between Iris and the woman Edgeworth knew. Question is, do I actually have the evidence for that? The answer is no, I don't. But it would be great if I did. Well, I tried. Well, I guess it just means we have to go on to our next target. Wrong one. I thought that said where I actually wanted to go. Yeah, suspension bridge. It's weird that there's no one around here all of a sudden. Sure gets quiet up here in the mountains when you're all on your own. Speaking of alone, I guess I should go check out the shack just down the path. Maybe I'll find Larry the sulking. Larry there. Maybe I'll find Larry there, sulking again. It'd be great to talk to him there. Oh my gosh, this is so bad.
Oh, Mr. Nick!
Pearls! What are you doing here?
Nothing. Oh, Mystic Maya, she alright?
Well, we don't know yet.
Oh, I see.
Hey, what do you think you're doing here, Nick? Larry, it's a loser shack. Losers go together to lose themselves. This is the what? Hey, we're finding comfort in the other failures, okay? Got a problem with that?
Look, Mr. Nick, Mr. Louise did a picture of me.
That's, great, Pearls. We're going to gather firewood now. We've been cooking some half-rotten potatoes over a miserable little campfire. So stay out of our way. I don't believe this. Why can't he try getting fired up over becoming a better man? So no one believes a word I say anymore. Listen to me, Pearl. You don't want to trust this kind of guy, okay? Don't let him let you down.
Mystic Maya.
I guess they're both here? Question mark. Larry, is there something you want to tell me about this picture? I didn't even get the full details. Nothing to say to you, Nick. Life's here now. Pearl, Julius is cooking potatoes together forevermore. What am I going to do with him? Alright then. What do you think about this picture, Pearls?
I think it's really well drawn. I can't draw at all, so I think it's really amazing.
See? Someone appreciates it. Stop getting plays that look like that, you know?
That's supposed to be some stars flying through the air, isn't it? I love it. It's like a dream. Wonderful fantasy.
No. It wasn't a dream. She really flew. I'm telling you, Iris really flew that night.
Miss Maurice.
Not you too. Please don't look at me like that, Pearl. Don't look at me like I'm some kind of nutcase. I beg of you. I guess this picture really is a representation of what Larry thinks he saw. Okay, so I was half asleep when I was right there that night. But I was wide awake after lightning struck. I saw what I saw. It's exactly like what I drew in the picture. Looks like I don't have any choice but to take the sketch at face value. Hey, what's the look of doubt in your face? Let's not worry about that. Pearls?
Yeah, Mr. Nick?
I've been meaning to ask you about the night of the murder. Where exactly were you? What exactly were you doing when it all happened?
I was just, I was just a kid, you know. I'm sure it doesn't really matter what I was doing, does it, Mr. Nick?
Sorry, Pearls, but yes, it does. On that night of the murder, you were supposed to be in Miss Donan's room, reading a book together. But Miss Donan was murdered, and you, Pearls, were at the Inner Temple. So what exactly happened that night, Pearls?
I'm really sorry, Mr. Nick.
You too? What?
I've been a bad girl. I know I'll be punished.
What are you talking about, Pearls?
My spiritual power. It's disappeared.
What? Our powers disappeared?
Huh?
What do you mean your powers disappeared, Pearls?
It's all over for me. A spirit medium who can't channel spirits is like a painter who can't paint.
Hey, what are you looking at me for? Pearls, did you try to channel someone's spirit right here at the Hazakura Temple? Tried but failed, perhaps? Way to go, Nick! You made her cry! That's really cruel of you! Just as I thought. You have to break her psycho lock to get the truth out of her. I don't know if I can do it right now, but I'll at least try. After dinner on the night of the murder, you were supposed to be in Elise Donan's room, reading a book together, correct?
Yeah, I was so happy when she invited me. But I didn't go in the end.
You didn't go?
No, there was somewhere else I had to go instead. I was so worried I had to go. I didn't know what to do with myself. I was so nervous.
So Pearls never went to Miss Donan's room? Because she was too worried about something or someone else. Pearls, on the night of the murder, you went to this place. Didn't you? You went here, didn't you, Pearls? Looks like she's still not going to open up to me. It's where you went because you were so worried, right? Then the next question is, who or what were you so worried about? I'm going to take a guess, but you can tell me if I'm right or wrong, okay?
You mean you know?
If I'm right, will you tell me the whole truth?
Yay.
You went to this place for one very simple reason. This is... I don't think I can actually do anything here. But... no, I don't think I can't actually do anything here. Never mind. I do know this one person that if she needed to, she'd do absolutely anything, though. But I don't have that evidence that they're even related to this. So I'll just back off and go talk to Sister. I wonder if Sister Bikini has gone back to the main hall already. I haven't seen Gumshoe around for a while either. Maybe they're having a cup of tea together somewhere. I bet Gumshoe is Sister Bikini's type. Never mind. She looks absolutely frightened. Well, what's the damage? That's the sacred cavern. Oh, it looks like it survived. But we have a bigger problem now. About that. Tell Sister Bikini all about it. About the 5 locks that were stopping us from getting inside the sacred cavern.
But who? Who could have done that? The only people who know how to set those trick locks are those of the Korean tradition. We have Eyes of the Sacred Cavern trying their best to open them for us right now. Actually, there's something I've been meaning to talk to with you about, Sister Bikini. Oh yes, we were in the middle of a chat, weren't we? Yes, you were telling me how the Master Crane disappeared 17 years ago. I want to know why Misty Face suddenly appeared at the temple. It was about the week ago when Mystic Misty arrived. After she showed me the talisman that proved she was the Master, she said, "Someone's trying to destroy the Korean tradition's main family line. I am here to put a stop to them." Someone was trying to destroy the main family line? There's only one heir to the title of Master at any time, and it's usually the eldest. That child becomes the new Master of Crane, and her daughters the main family. All other mediums become branch family members, and no hope of controlling the clan. That's why nothing has changed throughout the history of the clan. Branch families always have and always will plot to erase those of the main family line. Is this power of the Master worth that much bloodshed? It's absurd, almost. You believe in the technique, don't you, Mr. Wright? You know its power is real. Yeah, I do. It's been 3 years since I first met Maya. In that time, I've seen her channel the spirits of the dead plenty of times. During the Mask to Mask case. And during Maggie Bird's trial, too. Thanks to Maya, Mia's always on hand to help me out when I need her the most. The Korean technique has made a huge difference to the world, you know. I mean, the ability to commune with the dead. That's true psychic power, you know. Members of the tradition have always been there behind every important leader. Who wouldn't respect such a tremendous skill? I suppose so, but with all that power and influence, I kind of expect you'd be really, really rich by now. Are you saying we're poor, Mr. Wright? You're very direct, aren't you? People don't believe in it anymore, you see. All because of one little mistake. Mistake? What mistake? It was 17 years ago. That's when everything came crashing down. All because of that incident. That incident? Is she talking about what I think she is? I'm sure the records still exist if you're interested. Locked up, of course. It was called the DL6 incident. That's the name of the file. DL6 incident, huh? Must everything go back to this single event? The DL6 incident. I know it well. I handled a related case just 3 years ago. Oh, that's right. So it was you who was the defense attorney in that case. A murder that took place 17 years ago. It was the first time in the country's history the police ever used a spirit medium. The idea was to channel the victim's spirit to learn the identity of the murderer. And the medium who performed the channeling was Misty Faye, Maya's mother. Through Mystic Misty's channeling, the name of the certain man surfaced. Armed with that as evidence, the investigators were spurred into action. But that man, he was found not guilty, wasn't he? That's right, he was. And that case remained a mystery. In other words, we failed. It was the first case the world's seen the Korean tradition openly involved in. It was all over the media, the public, the judiciary, the people of Crane Village. Everyone judged her. Everyone said Misty's powers were a sham. And then she just disappeared, vanished, while everyone still thought of her as a fraud. But I know the truth! Mystic Faye's spirit channeling wasn't a sham at all! Of course it wasn't! And since you managed to reveal the truth, we're finally making a comeback. The Korean tradition is starting to recover at last. But with a new master wielding the power of the clan. She mean Maya? The spiritual power of the Crane channeling technique is in the blood. Maya told me the exact same thing before. We, the women of the Fae family, have always been spirit mediums. It's because the power to communicate with spirits flows strongly with us. According to Maya, only the women of the family can inherit the power. The main family's bloodline stems directly from Mystic Ami. But with each new generation, only one daughter becomes the new master. And the ones who don't become branch families, right? That's right. And is always the cause of tragedy. You know, Maya had a sister too. An older sister named Mia. Oh yes, I've heard of her. What? You know about Mia? Of course. She became a lawyer in the hopes of discovering what happened to her mother. And lost her life. As a result. Do you know what Mystic Mia is rumored to have said? She said it wasn't only because of her mother that she became a lawyer. She also didn't want to fight with her sister over the leadership of the tradition. Really? Well, she saw what happened to her own mother, Mystic Misty, as she grew up. I guess Mystic Mia got tired of seeing all the rivalry between her mom and her aunt. That's right. Mystic Faye had an elder sister too. And Misty, having superior powers, managed to usurp the Master Seat from her. Mystic Misty's sister is Mystic Morgan, as you probably know. Morgan? There's a name I know well. It was a year ago now at Maya's home, Karain Village. What she did was terrible. It was all she could to make her own daughter the next master. I suppose if you knew about Mystic Morgan's daughter, then you must have already realized that Iris... Huh? Iris? What's Iris got to do with any of this? Iris is Mystic Morgan's daughter. What? Iris is what? She kidding me? Iris Morgan's Faith's daughter? Did you just say Iris is Morgan Faith's daughter? Oops, I thought you already knew that. It sounded like you'd met one of Mystic Morgan's daughters already. I have. I know her very well. Oh. Yeah, Pearls. Pearl Faye. But I always thought she was the only child. Yes! That child! She's Mystic Morgan's... I had no idea. Mystic Morgan. But she's in prison now, isn't she? Yeah. Ever since she was found to be a co-conspirator in a murder case last year. It was all done to set Pearls up as the next master. I see. So I've been wrong all this time. Mystic Morgan had 3 daughters, not 2. What? 3? Yes, Iris, her twin sister, and Mystic Pearl. What? Twin sister? Oh, didn't you know? It all happened 20 years ago. After the clan leadership was taken from her by her sister, Mystic Morgan's life crumbled. It wasn't many years later that Crane's reputation hit an all-time low. When Mystic Morgan's husband realized his wife would never become the master, he left her in the village, taking her twin daughters with him. How awful. He was a jeweler, you know. In the end, he remarried, and that's when it happened. He decided to give one of his girls up, to be looked after by us here in the temple. That was Iris, you see. It's unbelievable. If Iris is a twin sister... Could it be? Could you tell me one more thing, Sister Bikini? What was the name of Iris' sister? I'm sorry, Mr. Wright. I just can't remember. All I recall is her father was a jeweler.
Well, that's a clue, I guess. Jeweler.
Thank you very much. You helped clear up a lot of details.
Pearl's had 2 older sisters, huh?
Yes, that's right.
No doubt it was all because of Mystic Morgan's anger towards the main family.
Anger? What do you mean? Her twin daughters were taken from her by her jeweler husband.
But even that couldn't destroy her dream that a child of hers would one day lead the clan. That's why she had pearls? It seems that the incident here was a result of Mystic Morgan's anger.
It was able to break free of the bars that confine her.
So Iris has a twin sister. The plot thickens. This information will be useless unless I can flesh it out a bit. I need to ask more questions and get some more info. I know who to ask. But first I want to do some more checking. Actually, we've been in a half hour. I'm gonna just go, boom, snip to the episode. We'll continue next time. Lose vs. 14. Phoenix Wright. Time the episode ending. Bye.